The 15th month after the release of the HUAWEI Mate 60 series, the Mate 70 series is finally here. I still remember the overwhelming response to the Mate 60 series last year. The former dominant player in the Eastern phone world has finally returned. Well, after a year of refinement, the Mate 70 series should step up to a new peak and become the best phone in Huawei's history. Let's start with the unboxing. As usual, the Mate 70 Pro comes in a box with these few things: card pin, manual, clear PC case, USB C to C cable, and a 100-watt charger. The charger port is still Huawei's special 2-in-1 port. Honestly, Huawei's exterior design has always been top-notch in my mind. Even if everyone had centered around the camera module, Huawei's would be more harmonious and smaller than others. But the camera actually bumps up even more, and it looks more like a seesaw when you put it on the table. The Mate 70 Pro has gotten bigger and thicker than the Mate 60 Pro while weighing a bit less, so it feels worse in the hand? Not really. Because it's still one of the few flagship phones with rounded frames, it feels like a big pebble in your hand. People who like larger phones would like the Mate 70 Pro as well. There are some feature upgrades like the addition of IP69 certification for high temperature and high pressure waterproofing. The battery capacity has grown to 5,500 mAh and power of wired and wireless charging has been upgraded. But there's one downgrade: the fingerprint unlock has been moved from under the display to the power button. I know you want to criticize Huawei, but don't forget that the Mate 70 Pro has a 3D ToF face unlock, so this downgrade is not a big deal unless you bought the standard version. I know you guys are still most concerned about the new processor and the new system. Let's start with the processor. We're still having a hard time getting a new processor information from official sources. From IDA64, we can tell that our Mate 70 Pro does use a new SoC, the Kirin 9020. Both the CPU and GPU frequency are upgraded, but just like its name, the upgrade is small. Considering the semiconductor situation in China right now, I'm happy with the progress. Day-to-day use is smooth, but gaming, as always, isn't very good. Huawei is aware of this, so features like a frame interpolation are always here, ensuring that the gaming experience doesn't fall too far behind other flagship phones. So how about the HarmonyOS Next? Well, to put it simply, HarmonyOS Next has become the Chinese version of iOS, where all apps running on AOSP cannot be installed. Non-open source system means less risk, but also less freedom. I'm sure you are already familiar with the iPhone, and the Mate 70 Pro is perhaps the first phone that comes closest to the iPhone in terms of experience. Huawei users in non-China regions don't need to worry. To maximize the software compatibility, the global version of Huawei phones still use EMUI. The Mate 70 Pro still has that quad curved screen. The specs are the same as the processor with upgrades, but not many. The manual maximum brightness is 600 nits, and in the high brightness mode, it can reach 1600 nits, which fits into the middle level among flagship phones. Photography has always been what Huawei specializes in, so why don't we take a look at the camera performance. The camera has been upgraded significantly: an ultra-wide camera with higher pixels and a telephoto camera with a larger aperture. There's also an ultra chroma camera with 1.5 million spectral channels for more accurate white balance. I took some sample shots, and you should be able to see that this camera really does its job well. The telephoto camera can still take macro photos, and it can focus closer than other phones, so it can take some very stunning macro photos. So that's my first impression of the Mate 70 Pro. Big upgrades to the camera and the system, small upgrades elsewhere. You can't believe that there are actually other brands than Android and iOS making their own proprietary systems these days. If one day HarmonyOS Next becomes used by as many people as Android and iOS, would you consider buying a Huawei phone? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Will from Gizmochina. See you next time.